The 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S is no longer a car, it is an ultra-luxurious, quad-dimensional time distortion device created by rogue engineers in Stuttgart who got bored of physics and decided to rewrite reality using nothing but caffeine, carbon fiber, and a slight god complex. This vehicle doesn't drive on roads so much as it intimidates them into submission, gliding over the Earth's crust with the grace of a panther trained in ballet and the aggression of a caffeinated thunderstorm riding a roller coaster. Powered by a 5.1-liter twin-turbo quad-charged flat-8 engine that somehow produces 2026 horsepower, the Cassimetry is sexy and runs on a rare blend of liquid hydrogen, optimism, and pre-order hype. Forget gasoline, this monster thrives on ambition and the distant sound of Lamborghinis crying themselves to sleep. It does 0 to 60 in 0.96 seconds, which is technically faster than your brain can process your own regret, and at full acceleration, the G-force is so intense that your skeleton temporarily detaches from your body and politely asks for a moment to catch up. This is not a joke. One test driver was last seen in 1983 due to an accidental time slip during a Sport Plus pull in third gear, and Porsche has since installed a temporal stabilization module as standard, which requires all drivers to sign a waiver acknowledging the risk of meeting their great-grandparents while changing lanes. The design has evolved to such extremes of aerodynamics that the vehicle doesn't even slice through air anymore. The air simply evaporates in front of it out of respect, thanks to its Active Aero++ trademark system featuring a mood-reactive rear wing that adjusts based on the driver's confidence, a carbon fiber front splitter that doubles as a wind katana, and side vents that hum at a frequency only billionaires and falcons can hear. And yes, Porsche has officially confirmed the rear diffuser was inspired by ancient samurai armor, because apparently Porsche now employs historians in their R&D division to make sure your car looks ready for war and a museum exhibit. Inside, the cockpit is less, automotive interior, and more, spaceship lounge hosted by a retired F1 driver and a fashion consultant, featuring hand-stitched seats made from ethically sourced synthetic unicorn hide. No actual unicorns were harmed, just deeply infused with nano-memory foam that not only memorizes your driving posture but also your past traumas, gently adjusting lumbar support to help you heal emotionally every time you brake. The infotainment system, dubbed Porsche Soul OS, runs on a quantum chip powered by ambient Wi-Fi signals in your heart rate, and displays information in a 5D holographic interface that floats midair like the dashboard from a sci-fi movie that got cancelled for being too accurate, letting you control everything from torque distribution to your Spotify playlist to the mood lighting, which can be set to elegant, chaotic, track demon, or existential realization, the steering wheel. Forget round, it's emotionally adaptive, reshaping itself in real time to match your grip, and it vibrates to the rhythm of your pulse while whispering German affirmations if you begin to doubt yourself. Voice controls have been replaced by telepathic integration, allowing you to change drive modes just by thinking, although Porsche strongly advises against using this feature while hungry or angry, as it could result in an accidental transition into berserker mode, a new setting available only in the Uberwork edition, which unleashes all 2026 horses at once, temporarily shuts off the traction control, and plays Wagner at 118 decibels while the exhaust system spits blue fire and announces your presence to nearby smart devices with a booming Ichtung. The suspension is so advanced it uses AI-controlled active magnetorheological dampers that analyze road texture, tire pressure, local weather, geopolitical conditions, and your current vibe to adapt ride quality in real time. On smooth roads, it glides like a feather on a hot tub. On rough terrain, it stiffens like a soldier at inspection, and during high-speed cornering, the entire chassis subtly shifts atomic structure to become one with the laws of centrifugal force. This isn't a car you corner with, you merge souls with it, achieving oneness, or as Porsche calls it in the manual, Fahrvergnügen, which roughly translates to total driving joy that may make you cry. Brakes. Ceramic composite quasi-diamond hyperdiscs blessed by monks and cooled by wind tunnel simulations of Arctic jet streams. When you stomp the brake pedal, the car doesn't stop, the earth pauses for you, and small birds briefly hover midair out of respect. The sound system, engineered by Porsche's in-house audio philosopher, features 128 individually tuned speakers that create a sonic force field. You don't just listen to music, you swim in it, as sound waves gently massage your aura while rear subwoofers rumble at frequencies designed to align your chakras and enhance downforce. Exterior options now include nano chromaflex paint, which shifts color based on RPMs, blood pressure, and your astrological chart, giving you hues like meteor gray, anxious crimson, victory silver, and panic green, all of which shimmer under streetlights like the surface of a lucid dream wrapped in raw desire. There's also a Porsche Ego Management System (PEMS), which tracks how many heads turn when you drive by and updates your social score on the in-car display, encouraging healthier flexing habits and reminding you not to rev at Priuses unless necessary. For the socially conscious, Porsche includes a carbon offset program where every downshift plants 3 trees and every hard launch funds therapy for diesel owners. Meanwhile, the onboard AI assistant, named Gunter, offers not only traffic updates but also philosophical wisdom, cooking advice, and passive-aggressive commentary if you miss an apex perhaps next time you'd like to try steering. The navigation system isn't based on maps anymore. It predicts your destination based on your personal goals, unresolved childhood dreams, and nearby Michelin restaurants, offering route options such as efficient, scenic, mysteriously sexy, or pretend you're in a chase scene. And don't worry about keys. Access is now granted via DNA scan, eye movement, or emotional sincerity, and if someone tries to steal it, the car simply disappears, reappearing a few hours later in your garage with a smug text message, "Handled it." And yes, there's a convertible version that includes an optional sky portal roof, which doesn't just open, it folds space-time to give you a view of stars in alternate galaxies while simultaneously lowering cabin temperature, raising serotonin levels, and playing the perfect lo-fi beat for existential joyrides. Porsche claims the Turbo S now features 14 drive modes, including Sport, Sport Plus, Race, Ego++, Warp, Nürburgring Memory Lane, and a final, mysterious setting labeled only with the infinity symbol, reportedly unlocked only after completing a 10,000 kilometers solo journey across Europe with no GPS and a heart full of wonder. Pricing. Please, if you're asking, you can't afford it, but officially it starts at $289,911, with the Turbo S Sondertraum Final Boss Edition, costing upwards of $499,999, which includes a matching limited edition mechanical watch, a bespoke driving suit woven from Kevlar and soft gilt, and a ceremonial lap of the Nürburgring with the ghost of Ferdinand Porsche riding shotgun and offering subtle nods of approval. So, what is the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S? It's not a car, not a machine, not even a statement. It is a spiritual performance artifact, a moving declaration that yes, we can still dream, that somewhere in the heart of modern engineering, someone still cares about thrill, madness, and the sacred geometry of driving too fast for your insurance policy to comprehend. It is the answer to questions no one dared to ask, the result of ambition unchained, and the only thing faster than its 0 to 60 time is the rate at which your ego inflates when you drive it through a tunnel, windows down, exhaust roaring like a banshee on espresso. This car isn't about going from point A to point B, it's about turning every point A into a launchpad, every point B into a triumph, and the road in between into your personal symphony of combustion-fueled euphoria.